Okay, let's do our warm-ups first. So feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead, spread them out, get a nice connection to the surface beneath you. Sending bones toward the floor and get that core nice and activated with the ribs toward your spine and up, and the shoulders and shoulder blades down, and the crown reaching to the ceiling. And just relax your arms, take a moment to center inward. Breathe deep. Exhale, tension. And on an inhalation, bring your arms out to the sides, shoulder level, stretch the fingertips. Exhale, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, and exhale behind you. Clasp your fingers and lift your heart, and pivot over as you exhale. Let your back begin to stretch. Lift your sitting bones, get the legs stretching a little bit more. Move your head around also, letting your neck release. And then knees bent, work your way slowly back up. And then lift your heart, stretch your head back, drop your shoulders down, and lift your heart. Keep breathing and stretching. And on an inhalation, come on up and release. Feel the circulation, a little bit more energy flowing. And again, reaching out at shoulder level, shoulders staying down, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, and clasp your hands behind you the opposite way. Lift your heart again and stretch your whole body. Exhale and pivot to the front. And again, just relax in the forward bend. Move your head around, let everything release any tension. Hands toward your head and head toward your legs. And then again, slowly from the bottom of the spine, wind your way back up and heart high, head back into the back bend. Stretch and lift, keep breathing. And inhale to the top, release your arms, and just take a moment again, focusing inward to that yoga perspective. Arms to shoulder level, palms toward the ceiling, hands above your shoulders. Go ahead and clasp them. And bring your arms next to your ears. Stretch your head up and lean without twisting to the side. Press the foot you lean away from down. Get those ribs open. Feel the contraction on the side you're leaning toward. And then inhale back to the top. Switch your hands. And again, bring the arms next to your ears. Sitting bones down, crown high. Lean to the side. Remember, no twist on this one. Don't lean forward. Keep the shoulder back. Push the foot down. Reach out through the head and hands. And then again, inhale coming up. Release your arms. Feel your sides a little bit more open and stretched. Notice how that spine is worked side to side. And then we're going to stretch it apart for the twist, so really get a good lengthening. Arms at shoulder level again, palms up, and hands over your shoulders, clasping your elbows. Stretch the crown high and the sitting bones down, and twist to the side. Take a moment and breathe, and pivot over as you exhale. Take a few breaths there in the twist forward bend, and just kind of notice if your weight is on both feet evenly still. And see if it can shift into evenness. And then inhaling, work your way back up. Lift your heart, shoulders down, elbows back, and don't forget to breathe. So remember, upper body back bend, not overworking your lower back in the twist. And then inhale upright, exhale around to the center and switch your arms around. And again, lengthen your spine and exhale to the opposite side. Another breath in and pivot on over in that twist. And again, just see if this is different on this side. Notice if your weight is even. Just relax. And again, as you inhale, come on up. And heart high, elbows back, shoulders down. And again, an upper body back bend. And then come on, inhaling up, exhale around to the center. Arms reaching up, but shoulders still down, nice extended mountain. And then go ahead and pivot forward, come on all the way over into ragdoll. Just hang, let your hands go wherever they fall. And then pull in a little more, hands behind, really give that back a stretch. And then again, release your arms and roll back up into mountain pose. Shoulders back and down and crown to the ceiling. Take a moment, feel your body, breathe deep. And let's windmill, just a little gentle movement through the whole spine. So keep the knees a little soft, keep the head reaching up toward the ceiling. As always with a twist, make sure that those bones of your spine are stretched open so you can move around. And as things get a little bit more lubricated and warmed up, go a little further at each end of that circuit if that feels good for you. And then back to the center, and we'll do our shoulder warm up with that backstroke like swimming. And just rotate your whole body, moving with it. Arm near your ear. And then both arms coming up and stretching the sides, so you're coming up on the opposite toe and getting a good stretch on the flat side. And then release, exhaling, and inhale, stretch the other one. And again, releasing and stretching. And exhale and stretch. And then both arms up, shoulders down, extended mountain. Pivot forward, chin and chest bleed. Keep your arms by your ears and your sitting bones pushing back. So your elbows are straight, your knees are as straight as can be, and your back is nice and flat. And then just drop down again in ragdoll. Tuck in your chin. Slide your hands up under your knees. And again, straighten and stretch everything. Elbows, knees, and back straight. Exhale back down. Bend your knees, and again, just wind your way up, shoulders back and down, and feel that upper body just a little bit more stimulated. Yeah, let's do a balance practice next. So go ahead and find your favorite balance foot, step off the mat if you need a nicer, sturdier surface. Spread your toes out on the foot you're going to ground into. Remember, get the base of the toes really connected. So lift the toes themselves, spread them, but don't crunch down with them. Get that whole bottom of the foot connected. Make sure that the hip bone, knee, ankle, and second toe are lined up and your shoulders right above. Activate the core. So again, ribs toward your spine and up, shoulders and shoulder blades down, spine nicely supported, head reaching up, and bring the other foot up. So remember a little inner rotation on that leg also, so the leg doesn't cross over. Bring it as high as it wants to go. You can just leave it or pull it in more if you like, and then work your ankle. So if you're balance challenged, remember you can keep that foot near the floor. And then flex some points, straighten it out, and release. Shift to the other side, make everything work exactly the same. Get that roll in so that things line up so those bones really support all the way up through your body. Core active, spine supported, and reach the head. No gripping with those toes. And again, when you're grounded into that foot, bring the other leg up wherever it wants to go. And again, when you're stable, work your ankle. And flex and point to straighten it before putting it back on the floor. Feel that connection, all that stability with both feet down. Bring your arms at shoulder level. Turn the palms up, spread the fingers, and let's do some circles, working those shoulders a little bit more. Keep reaching the fingers away, the top of the head up, the sitting bones down, and then small circles. And stop. Turn the palms down, spread those fingers again, and circle back. So opposite direction with those circles. And then again, smaller circles. And stop. Stretch out through the fingers, through the head, and release. So feel a little bit more circulation all through the arms and upper body. And then bring your hands together in front of your chest, elbows straight out at shoulder level. And then pull the elbows back and bring the fingertips together again. And then separate your hands and fling them to the back as far as they want to go. They don't have to touch. And back to the front. So you may only get a little ways depending on your shoulders. So do what's right for you. Remember, personal practice. Just allowing the arms to make whatever opening they want to do. And one more time, elbows and arms. And release. And again, just feel that shoulder area and your arms. Notice how it activates. Hands behind on your back. So heel of the palm on the bottom ribs and fingertips going toward your hips. And then pull your elbows toward each other and feel that opening across the chest. And then keeping your hips right above your ankles, look toward the ceiling and push your head as far back as it wants to go. Keep lifting through your heart. Press the hands into your back, getting a good support on the lower back. And then chin toward your chest. And coming up and releasing into mountain. And again, just a little bit more circulation through the spine and your body. And then stretch up and pivot over and all the way to child's pose, transitioning to the floor. Take a moment and breathe. Exhaling tension. Hands, palms up at your feet. Knees together for a good low back stretch, or separate them and breathe more easily. Forehead down toward the floor. And then inhaling, sit up and bring your body into a seated position. So you can come into staff position if you're comfortable there with the sitting bones a little behind you. Crown up to the ceiling, or you can just be in a cross-legged position if that's more comfortable today. But remember, creatures of habit, so don't do your habitual cross only. Switch around every once in a while. Going to work the neck and shoulders. So chin into your throat center. Let the back of the neck get a good stretch going. Just relax your shoulders and arms. Don't forget to keep that core activated and supporting you. Spine nice and straight up until it gets to the neck, and we're just working the neck. And then hands, one at a time, just adding weight, not pressure to your head. Getting just a little extra stretch through that back of your neck, as much or as little as you'd like. So if you don't want the hands up, they don't have to go up. And then bring your hands back down, tip your chin back up, looking forward, and then lift the chin and look up. So as you do that, see if you can keep stretching away through the base of your skull so the neck keeps stretching even when it's going into that backward bend. Keep the rest of your spine still straight. Keep breathing. Work your jaw around a few times. Forward and back, around in circles. Scrunch your face. Loosen the jaw. And then releasing, Tip your head back upright and just feel the neck a little bit more activated. Okay, sides of the neck next. So tip an ear over to one side toward the shoulder. Now remember, keep both shoulders down while you're doing that. The shoulder and ear don't ever need to meet. And then the side you're tipping toward, again, we're going to just add weight from your hand on the side of your head. And that will stretch that other side even a little bit more, but don't push, it can overdo. If you love it, you can put your other hand down and press into the floor, and you'll feel that activate a little bit more through that shoulder neck area. Take a few breaths, just relaxing. And then release your hands and tip your head back up. If you're cross-legged, switch to the other cross, and we'll do the other side of your neck. So again, just relax, shoulders, shoulder blades down, ear tipping over, but no hunching up. And again, as you relax and get this starting to stretch, a little more weight, but not pressure, with the hand on the head. And the other hand coming down only if you want a little extra. So your choice, how far you go. Remember, only what's right for your body. And again, just releasing and tip your head back up. A little bit more circulation there, energy flowing through your neck. And again, lengthening through the spine, especially through the neck. We're just going to turn the head like backing out of the driveway, chin toward one side. Both shoulders facing the front, just like your hips are. Exhaling, relaxing. So keep the head reaching toward the ceiling, the shoulders stay down, and the head just turns only as much as it likes to do. And then chin back to the center. Keep stretching it up and turn the chin to the opposite side. And again, only as far as your body is willing to go. Don't overdo it. Just allow it to relax as it does. Maybe go a little further, that incremental maximizing as you're ready. And again, turning back to the center, just feeling the sides of your neck a little more active. And don't forget to breathe. And then if you're cross-legged, bring your legs all the way out in staff position. If you're in staff position, just kind of readjust if you need to. Hands next to you, arms out to the sides, palms toward the ceiling, hands above your shoulders. And then exhale and sink down. So way into the sitting bones, hands to your shoulders. Just keep that spine straight. Inhale, stretch way up. Exhale, just release the hands down. Keep stretching the head up. And one more inhale, stretch and pivot. So pivot right at the top of the hips and reach for your toes. Chest and chin lead toward your knees. Push those sitting bones maybe a little more back, and that may be able to give you a little bit more pivot into that position. Stretch your hands, see if you can reach your toes or your ankles or wherever. And then bring the arms next to your ears. Bring your body maybe a little deeper into it. And then inhale and sit back up. Shoulders are down, even when your arms are raised. And then release your arms to your sides. Feel your body. Notice how stimulated it is. And breathe. Now we're going to bring one foot up to the inner thigh. Knee out to the side. Just relax through the hips, through the legs. Bend that other knee. Bring the foot back near your opposite hip. And again, stretch the spine apart. Turn toward your first knee. We'll dive our dolphin. So ribs back, shoulders coming forward, chin tucking in, forehead going toward your knee. And then inhaling as you rotate the face forward and up to the sun and the sky. So you're the dolphin. Dive under as you exhale, deep beneath the water to your knee. And then inhaling lifting your heart as well as your face to the sun and the sky. Feel your spine, a nice little forward bend coming down, and a little back bend as you lift your heart and face as you come up. And just feel the whole length of the spine going through that range of motion. Notice your breath. You want to be breathing with it, exhaling under and inhaling up. And the next time you're at the top, just pause and exhale again around to the center and unwrap into staff position. Feel your spine a little bit more energized from that motion. And we, of course, need to balance the body on the other side. So foot up to the inner thigh, adjust however you need to, and then bending that second knee, bring the heel near your hip. And again, stretch the spine. We're twisting, exhaling, turning toward the knee. Hands on the leg or the floor, ribs going back, exhaling forward, bend down, emptying the lungs, and then inhaling as you face forward and up to the ceiling, coming to the sun and the sky. Your dolphin, dive as fast or as slow as you'd like. Going, feeling that whole spine working, feeling your lungs working, and just noticing that energy flowing even more as you move your spine into all its motions through the whole length of your body. Breathe with it. Exhale as you go under. Inhale, coming to the top, and pause. Exhale back to the center and release. Clogged throat from my allergies today. Just give me a moment to clear it. And then bring your feet together into butterfly. Just let those knees come out toward the sides. Relax through the hips, up through the crown, heart open. And then bring your hands behind you. And a little pressure in the hands, lift your heart, and let those knees maybe come a little further out. Kind of bottoms of the feet up toward the ceiling. So feel that inner thigh area, getting a good stretch. Lengthen through the ribs, through the whole spine as well. And then bringing your hands back to the front, slide your feet out just a little. Bring your hands under and to the tops of your feet. And then again, we're going to pivot and bring your head down toward your feet. And then you can tuck your chin back toward your chest and bring your forehead in even closer toward your heels. Feel that stretch along the back of your body. And then rotate your face forward, release your hands, lift your knees, and come back into staff position. Take a moment, feel your spine, bring your arms out at shoulder level, palms toward the floor. We're going to do a little twist, so keep your shoulders and shoulder blades down, crown reaching up. And then turn at your hips, ribs, and shoulder. Keep those arms as crossed from each other as much as you can as you turn toward the side. And then reach toward your toes a little bit, and then sit back upright. And then keeping those arms across from each other, turn back to the center and release. Take a moment, feel that twist energy through you. And of course, balancing once again. Arms at shoulder level. Crown up, shoulders and shoulder blades down. Don't forget to keep that core activated. Stretch up and breathe. Exhale, twist. So the hips, ribs, and shoulder with the arms staying right across from each other, looking toward the side. And again, push the forward hand toward the toes. And sit back upright. And then pivot back to the center. Release your hands. Take a moment, feeling how that circulation increases. And then activate your core. We're going to roll onto our backs and do a twist and our final relaxation. So take a moment there just to reclined integration. Breathe, let those shoulders release down into that surface beneath you. Bring your arms to T position, palms up or down, your choice, straight out from your shoulders. And then press your back down a little bit. And we're going to bring the heels in near your hips, feet flat. Keep that back of your body pressing and lift the feet, knees right above your hips. And we're going to start there and roll to the side with the knees and toward the opposite side with your head. So coming into your twist, remember knees down, that's the lower back. Pad if you need to and minimize or keep your feet on the floor, always a choice. If you love the low back being twisted and stretched, bring your knees up toward your elbow and get a little bit more there. Shoulders staying down, that's your middle back getting twisted, just relax into it. And again, neck area, if you've got any issues, remember always gentle on the neck, but turn as far toward that hand behind you as possible. Take a breath, just relax into the twist. And when you're ready to release, heels toward your hips, will roll onto your back. You can bring your feet to the floor and straighten out if you need to. And of course, we're going to twist to the other side. So again, knees right above your hips, roll the knees to the side and turn your head toward the opposite arm. Again, palms are up or down. It's just something that keeps the shoulders a little bit more connected if you've got palms down. And knees to the floor or cushion if you need to, or get a little bit more through that low back with the knees toward your elbow. Always personal practice for your body. Take a few breaths, just relax, maximize or minimize through the neck, through the hips, and keep the shoulders down. And again, heels toward your hips to roll onto your back and release. Bring your feet to the floor and take a moment to re-straighten everything. One little bridge before we do our relaxation. So bring the hands next to you, shoulders and shoulder blades down, heels right near your sitting bones, knees straight up, make sure they don't spread apart. So again, that little inner roll at the top of the thigh to keep them straight up, not rolling out. Press your back down and then lift as you inhale through the hip bones and press evenly into your feet, into your shoulders, not your neck. Back of your head stays on the floor. You can press down into your hands and work up higher onto the shoulders if you like. And don't forget to breathe. Hips high, knees right above your ankles. And then we're going to release shoulders first, shoulder blades, ribs, and spine to the floor. Take a moment there, just noticing as you breathe. And then extend your legs out. Turn your hands, palms up near your hips. Let your shoulders relax down. Soften your belly. Breathe deep. And exhale tension. Toes up toward the ceiling, or maybe a little out toward the side, but not too much. Shoulders down. Hands, palms up to keep those shoulders releasing and relaxing. Chin a little bit toward your chest, but don't press the neck down too much. You want just the regular curves to your spine. Take a breath, and as you exhale, just let your body grow heavy. Soften any tension in your muscles. Let everything go. As you breathe more deeply, just let your body sink into that surface beneath you. Deepen into that connection with the earth. Let your body go. No need to think of your body, just release and relax it into that connection. And as you relax your body, just let your mind relax as well. Allow your thoughts just to drift away as easily as your breath. Deep breaths in, exhaling and sinking, loading your thoughts. Body deepening that earthbound connection. Mind just released into the ether, floating away easily as your breath. As you relax your body and your mind, just release any awareness, drawing your attention fully inward. Find that peace that resides deep within. Fill your body with peace. Fill your mind with peace. Just take a few moments and breathe, being peace. And of course, if you can keep relaxing longer today, feel free to stay as long as you're comfortable. If it's time for you to reactivate for the rest of your day, just begin drawing energy and awareness in with your breath, filling your body, filling your being. Begin moving your fingers, your toes, your ankles and hands, arms and wrists, legs. And as you breathe more deeply and stretch more fully, when you're ready for your final yoga hug of appreciation, sitting bones toward your heels, bending your knees, draw those heels in toward your hips, back pressing down as you draw your knees up toward your heart. Wrap your arms around however feels good for you today. Give yourself that appreciative yoga hug, letting your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and the work your body does for you every day. Feet to the floor, roll over to the side, and sit back up when you're ready to get ready for your day. Thanks for joining me.